They letting me fuck with the like little tools now, so I'm really feeling like a DJ.
You feel like you got it like.
Listen, man, how y'all feeling today?
Feeling good, bro.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right, man. I'm being rude. I know people is looking like who right? Who we
is
talking
that?
to today? Jay always got somebody interesting with
Always.
him. So we're gonna let y'all introduce yourselves first, and
Yes.
I got two people here love each other dearly. Dope, beautiful people.
Yes.
Thank you.
But go ahead, y'all. If I talk y'all take your whole turn.
Yeah. Oh, much appreciated, babe. Y'all must know me as Miss the Other Janet.
Okay.
Running my little podcast, my little IG live joint.
Yeah.
That's on a mini break right now. So we'll get into that.
Yep. We're gonna talk about it.
My bro, since college. Woo, are you? Bring it up.
Listen, I want y'all to know at home, we never really said any of that shit in college.
No, we did not.
It was a whole lot of A's and turn ups.
That's
and
it. Yeah, you know, when the culture got together.
Man, listen.
But yeah, I appreciate you getting me on. Been excited for this, for real.
Oh man, I'm gonna get into it in a little bit of why I specifically wanted you to come on, but
make me tear.
We gonna go ahead and throw the mic to my boy now.
My turn now.
Shine on.
Yo, I go by Andddd. You might know me as John Doe.
Okay.
I'm an artist, curator, producer, all around creative.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
I'm about to start stealing some of those. I'm gonna add that to when I talk
you
about
gotta
myself.
give yourself a title, right? Because I was like, let me just throw my IG in there, but I'm also what am I? An influencer,
Yeah, very much
curator,
so.
Okay.
an A&R when I really get fully in tune. You know what I mean?
Listen, you gotta
self-proclaimed.
You have to. That's especially in being a creative. You have to. I ain't gonna say be arrogant, but you got to be that confident in yourself. You speak things. I'm gonna have the #1 album in the country one day, or whatever it may be. And I'm
because affirmations are.
You gotta say it before other people do.
Absolutely,
that's a fact. That's why they say real quick too, before we get into anything, that creatives are crazy because you see a vision in your head that nobody else can, and you are now working to bring that shit to life. That's the grind of it that I actually like.
Word.
Real quick,
Josh, what's your at?
Oh, J.O. gotta chill. Yep. T-Mac. Shout out to T-Mac, Max Media. He's responsible for all the dope visuals. If you're looking for somebody to do some dope visual shit, hit me or hit T-Mac. I got you. But yeah, we're going to have him tag y'all, definitely. We're going to make sure y'all get that. So y'all can go follow them. I didn't bring them here by chance. Listen, today we're going to talk about mental health a little bit.
Yeah.
Something that I know in our community we don't talk about. It's not a space for it. And specifically, I want to say for black men, it is a stigma for some reason. It's something we just don't do.
That's perfect.
And I don't understand why. And I think I actually saw
you could get an idea of why.
It's how we brought up though. You think about like a lot of our elders, they kind of gave some bad advice over the course of time, and then they wasn't like practicing what they preaching.
Definitely.
And it's like do as I say, not as I do. And we like from the show me state. So
right.
We either see results or we don't, and then it's like. You know what I
mean? And the way we're fast paced, so it's definitely got to be immediate. It's got to be something you can see right away that makes sense, to feel right away that you know what I mean, just overtakes you.
See,
facts.
I think for me, one of the stigmas I know I had about it was I'm not about to go talk about stuff that I've already dealt with. To me, it was like, what's the purpose?
Right.
But
have you dealt with it though?
That's the key. And it's like you deal with things.
The way that you've coped is not, you know what I mean? That's if anything, and I guess if we getting all the way into it, because I've spoke about on my show about going to therapy and how much my therapist was uncommitted, and she's still uncommitted. She's still very uncommitted to me. I have to follow up with her, but when that discipline is there, when it was consistent, one of the biggest things was what are your coping mechanisms? Are you just kind of lashing out? Are you taking a high road? Are you trying to delve all the way into your shit? You know what I mean? But
most of the times we're not.
No, most of the times you're not. You think you are.
It's up to us to heal ourselves. You know what I mean? We're looking for outside things to kind of heal us, but you can put peroxide on the scab all day. Somebody can doctor you up. Yep. But you gotta heal yourself. You gotta feel pain in order to heal. You know what I'm saying?
So we gonna listen. And it depends on what you use to heal yourself, right? Because that's the thing. A lot of times our methods or
we runners, bro. We be running away.
Listen, and the thing is what we run too. Like I'm gonna take a shot right now because listen, we still celebrating my 32nd birthday.
Happy birthday!
I'm gonna go ahead. I wasn't supposed to drink today, but
yeah, I gotta. My stomach ain't tolerating that.
Listen, I know how that go. My we got this.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the Henny, and we got some Jack. We're gonna put that down on the side.
That's the white Henny or the
that's
VSOP?
This, I don't even know. Listen, they brought bottles to my crib for my birthday.
Like, what? Can I see that bottle? I got it.
Yes, man.
Yo,
yes, man.
To abundance, bro.
To abundance, my brother. I like
Empty
it.
bottle cheese.
I like it.
Salute.
Very special cognac.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip this slow. Cause I'm still drunk. I've been drunk I woke up.
Take your time.
My Friday was my actual birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we went to Sin City. Shout out to Sin City. Listen,
Lord.
I love Sin
Grew
City.
up on that.
Listen, my God. When T-Pain...
Wait, you said you fell in love with a stripper.
Oh my God.
Tell me about it.
Listen, it's not real love, but in my mind, you could not tell me that night that it wasn't love. Like, what? I think I even was mad at her, like, yo, why you showing homie your titties? Like, what is she doing?
Like, this is how I make
right. She like, she nervous as hell. You know the little nervous laugh? No, put your titties up. Yeah. I'm not playing.
You heard?
We together now.
I'm not playing.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get serious. Every man know when you get serious with your lady, you got to have a certain crazy fit where she know, like, no, he's serious.
Yeah.
Like, mine's is like, I'm still working on it, but it's like, I'm not playing. We going somewhere.
We've had a couple instances where we've kind of had to test like where our personalities are and like how we're allowed to, you know what I mean.
Communication is key.
Is key. Yeah.
Very much. So.
Yeah.
First
our relationships.
Go ahead. No way. I'm sorry.
Saying in our relationships is just important.
The communication.
How I got two simple questions. Yeah. How long ago? Well, how did you meet, and how long have you guys been rocking out?
All right, so I'll say how we met.
Yeah.
So, because this is like new for a lot of people to even.
And you stop her at any point if she is incorrect. You make sure you interject.
We tell the story all the time. So, so we met at an open mic.
See now, first correction.
Yeah.
I was opening up for.
It's not. It
was a show in South Jersey, Turnersville.
Okay.
Shout out to Sam.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Ben Solid at Miss Silly's Blues. Shout out to Faith.
Okay.
I forgot the comedian name.
I was about to ask that.
Oh shoot.
It was Torre.
Yes.
Yeah, Torre. Shout out Torre too. You heard?
Yes.
So,
oh my God, he was hilarious.
That motherfucker funny as yo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Ray, one of them dudes, raw, real, funny guy. Like when you say I want to be a comedian, you gotta go look at what Ray does.
And sidebar, the best part about that was that like the crowd was like us. Like we were on the younger end, and he ain't our father in some sense, but he's in that middle. You know what I mean, of just being an elder. So he really, it was a It looked like it was going to be a challenge for him to captivate the room. It was nothing. We were fucking rolling like I was.
Ray funny as hell. Shit. Mm-hmm. Especially when you know motherfuckers funny when you actually just talk to him off stage and motherfucker, that was good.
Yeah. You sounded just like him.
You know.
He definitely know. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was at that event, and I was a little spectator. He was opening up, so I knew nothing about him. I never heard of him before, seen him before. And the reason that I went was that Nina's nephew's mother, her name is Mary. Shout out to Mary.
Mary.
She does, a super dope poet. And she was the reason we were going. Like we were waiting to see her, and I was already running late. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not gonna see Mary. And then lo and behold, this one gets on stage, and I was like, oh okay, hello.
Okay, so wait. So so it sounds like, let me take the story over right here. Right? So she sees you on stage doing your thing, like you do what
front
you
row,
do.
Bro.
We were in the front row.
So y'all was making eye contact.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta try that. As a comedian, I can't do that because nobody want to make eye contact. They look down like, no.
Yeah, no.
If I don't
that was interesting. I was like, is he really making eye contact? I looked over the girls. I was like, I think he's me for real. Like, I can't be sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I love organic stories like that, right? Because it's like they say you never know where you're gonna meet somebody.
No.
But
I almost didn't go. Because I was in a period of like I always talk about on my show, like I really fell back on a little bit. I wasn't too much in the scene, and not that I don't enjoy it, like, because in a respectful way, because I got a reputation, right? When we was at school, like, you would see me, you know, I was mixy or whatever, but not, you know, we always had fun, and then I just kind of fell back. But because of the environment, and I knew that I wanted to get more into just like those chill vibes and something chill. I knew it was poetry. I knew it was a live band playing. I'm like, that would be dope. I'm like, just coming to my maturity, you know what I'm saying? So I was this close. I was like, I'm running late. I can't find shit to wear. Just, you know, girl shit that would have held me right in the crib.
You would miss your blessing. You be sitting up
I would
have
have missed the whole blessing.
Wouldn't even have.
And I normally leave right after we perform. We set up shop, we break down, we get paid, then we leave. That's how we normally do it.
Talk about that too, because you did mention that. So you perform with a live 7 event?
My band is called Mob Blues. Make sure y'all check us out, mobblues.com.
Okay.
All our show updates. We have a show coming up actually at Sunflower. September 2nd.
Okay.
Sunflower Philly. Shout out Sunflower.
I will come support. Remind me, long as I'm not drunk. Nah, I be
and I actually stayed around. We was smoking in the lot, chopping it up about the show, recapping everything, and like 111
was next door,
and she walked.
That 111 was the suite next door, and I happened to look up while we were all waiting outside. Like me and my girlfriends were talking, and one of my other girlfriends, Nina, she wanted to do the next wave. That's always how Nina been, right? And shout out to Nina, New Chains. And I'm like, this was more than enough for me. Like, I was just chilling. So when I saw that, and he was actually still like hanging by his car, and I peeped when he got off stage, and I thought I was gonna be bold and inside, like, am I going to, you know what I mean? But then we kind of crossed paths and he didn't stop, so I was like, you know, I'm very much into just following it organically, naturally. Like, maybe it wasn't.
And I'm normally like, what's your social media?
And left it at that.
Because I don't be asking for numbers because you don't know the approach. I don't like cold approaches. I need to know that you feel
talk to him.
Clap it up for him, guys. You know what I'm saying? Clap it up. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. That is the new way to go. If you really want to bag a joint, but you're not sure. What's your social media? No one says no to that.
That's a guarantee.
And if she says no to the social media, she's not interested.
Right.
Don't waste your time.
Or she's definitely all the way into a relationship. Because if anything, we're good to give out our social media because that's showing our best, right? We posting pictures, you seen our stories, you know what I mean? Like, you seen our vacation pics in Jamaica. Like, you're not trying to get my number and just guess. Like, you're going to see outwardly, and then you make that decision.
And lastly, I like that too because it prevents me as a man from having to ask this dumbass question. Can you send me a picture? I don't want to ask.
But but you know that y'all still good if you still want a picture. Like, whatever you posted. You getting this good. You know what I mean?
Too, like, I just get them John sent at random.
I ain't gonna lie. That you'll drop your whole fucking phone on one of them when you get the right shit. And it be in the most inopportune time. You be in a barbershop. Yes, I want you to take my. Oh shit!
I'll put it down your barber over top. You heard?
Don't be looking at that shit.
Why you looking at my girl?
Yeah.
Now you got to get a whole new.
Listen, the key is sending it invisible. That's the next level.
Okay, we got to talk about that.
The key is sending the little thirst trap invisible, so they gotta color it out for you to see it.
I heard this. See, I don't like shit like that.
He just got on the iPhone wave, so he might not even know what I'm talking about.
I'm still holding on, bro. It's my baby right here.
It was one of our credentials.
You know what, y'all? We're gonna go ahead and end this episode right now. I can't believe this bullshit. At
least it's a blue message, bro. I'm just glad to be here. That's all.
I'm so sorry that you had
the first FaceTime was like, wow, let's take this in.
I said,
I'm so
let's
happy.
get on Duo. I could do Duo.
Nah, he told me a Zoom meeting. I was crying when I tell you that I almost contemplated like, I like this man. Do I like
that? See, I ain't gonna lie to that's effort, and the fact that she liked you saved you because it's like once you said Zoom, I'm gonna tell you what happened right after. She went right to the group chat and said, "Girl, this nigga talking about Zoom." And there's always one friend, no matter what happened, she not with it.
She not with it. Oh, it's always.
Oh no. See, if he can't even fucking FaceTime you, why would you be fucking with him?
This is what we constantly actually talk about sometimes. So if he gets into it, like, he's very much on a healthy, you know what I mean, journey, kicking with how he's eating and stuff like that.
So
I eat whatever, you know what I mean. I'm half Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying. I like my pernil, I like my all that, my pork chops, bacon, right? Philly,
you can't say that shit too loud.
You can't say it too loud.
Come in, whoop your ass.
Just the fork be on my pork, you know what I mean.
They literally come in, dickhead, what you doing eating nut ass John?
Yeah. So, but I fell off that, you know. I fell off that a little bit, and I'll tell one of my girlfriends like, bitch, I want a pork chop so bad. And they're like, girl, you can eat a pork chop. You ain't gotta but it's bigger than that. Like, when you break it down to, I mean, obviously the health of pork and whatever, but when you want certain things a certain way, like, I'm always tired. I'm not drinking enough water. Or I would complain about, like, how my skin looks. And he's like, well, you tore that bacon up. And that tuna sandwich the other day.
And soda and that juice.
No bullshit.
Process. You know what I'm saying? Microwave.
Yeah, I can't let the microwave go though. I be going to my girlfriend's house and she we'll heat up some Chinese food and she putting that shit on the tray to put in the oven. I'm like, what the fuck is this? First of all, the rice done got ricier. It's like hard and shit like that. Like, listen, I ain't got time for that.
That'd be the best rice though. Fuck all that. No. I ain't gonna lie, man. I am young. I am single. I'm living kind of wild at this point. I ain't gonna lie. Like all that, the old rice. I left some pizza out the other day. The entire night because I got drunk, fell asleep. I ain't gonna. It was one of them nights where I didn't even remember going to sleep. I woke up the next day and the pizza was sitting. I'm like, man,
you gonna tear that cold pizza up?
I ate the whole fucking pot.
It was pepperoni on it too?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
In Philly, I be scared to order pork and like no bullshit.
Really?
They look at you like you crazy. Like I used to go to the Chinese spot.
Oh, they really don't be trying to hand it out like that.
Pork fried rice, and they really look at you. So now if I don't call ahead and I'm like, if it's people in there, let me get the shrimp.
So somebody don't hear you. They gonna look at you sideways like this. Nigga,
I'm telling you,
he's definitely a little.
Somebody said, "Oh, she's conscious." Okay.
Oh, a little bit.
I'm reading the comments a little bit. You know what we do.
Word. I love that.
So we're gonna take a break in a few minutes, but again, we got to get into because we can't skip past this. So tell people about Sunday Smoke.
Yeah.
What it is, how it started, because that shit is amazing, especially for all the weed heads out there. If you haven't heard.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So Sunday Smoke just really happened organically. It was I was working from home. It was just me and my daughter at home. Not at the time that I started Sunday Smoke, obviously. I never smoke when she's around. Don't ever get that confused.
I know people. Somebody
just to put it out there, nah.
Somebody
Shorty be sleep because I be going to bed. She be going to bed at a certain time, and I'm very particular with that. Everybody, if anybody knows me, for one and first and foremost, I'm a parent. I put that as that's my number one job, my first job. I handle that, to a T.
I put she smoke.
Yeah, and I definitely
nah.
I definitely be chiefing. But so one of the days, I never even get on live. I consider myself a pretty outgoing person in a sense, but to just sit on a camera and just start talking and venting, it's really how it turned out. So I started going live, and then I was rolling up and smoking as I was preparing for the live. So it was the whole process of the weed, breaking it down, rolling it up, and talking about just my day, or what I was, dealing with, what somebody else was dealing with, something that was on my heart. So it may not even really been relative to me, but it started this wave. I started committing every Sunday at a specific time, and but then I would have bouts. I'd be on a high, doing really well, and then I started in November or such, probably the end of November around Thanksgiving, and then I was doing it weekly. This was every Sunday. So the commitment just started, at some point started feeling just a lot. I'm burnout, but then just a little bit of doubt, am I delivering in a way that people are really taking shit in? Am I talking about stuff that people want to talk about or just listen to me? Do they just want to stare at me? And then there was people that just want to stare at me.
There'll be some people that do that. There's going to be that.
But then at the same time, it was...
Naturally, that's the thing.
So you know how we first started talking about just mental health and with men in general. Granted, it was mostly men I would see coming into the live, but then they would stay and then they're listening to a little bit of what I would talk about. And, I even had one, shout out to O, Otis, the Iota.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Dog,
yeah. He had reached out to me, and he really, like, he said it struck a chord with him, just having that commitment. He was willing to see me on the next one, and he would talk about, like, you know, just different stuff I was talking about, whether it was affirmations, whether it was grounding, whether it was communication with your other partner, just whatever I was touching on. And the way that I did it was very, like, relaxed. Like, that nigga, you know, you're not talking to you, to blah, blah, blah. I wasn't trying to give it to, and it was very therapeutic. So in turn, when I kind of fell off of it, like, I fell off organically again because I got into a different job, and then he came into my life, and it was like,
that's okay, so it was him. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to realize
word. Yeah, man.
Adjust that for me. Just make sure it look good and all that. But yeah, no, he said no. Somebody said we can't hear her. She sounds like she talking some good stuff.
I was thinking they can.
No, she did listen to me, y'all. This woman is amazing. Anybody, this couple is amazing. Anybody that I bring to y'all is going to either be a dope story, a dope journey, or some combination of both. But I'm sorry.
Continue. But the point of it being that, like, it felt like work, but I didn't work too hard at things that was, like, for me. You know what I mean? Like, even with the show, and then people even, like, sending me a couple of hours when I said that I wanted to start merch. Or when I did miss an episode, because I would say, like, you know, my anxiety's acting up. I kind of got to chill today. It feels like too much pressure. And they'd be like, take your time, come on back. You know what I mean? I had definitely plenty of girls that were listening to me and trying to get advice. And I even would have some folks get on live with me, you know. And then I had a period where, you know, I was trying to do the co-hosting thing. And respectfully, you know, I'm glad it worked out the way that it needed to. There's no bad blood, no love lost.
Everything happened for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason, because at the end of the day, you know, it was the message needed to be across for the audience. And that was always my main objective, was like, what were you guys taking? But the back end was that it was therapeutic for me. Like, you know, anything that I was talking about was kind of about me. You know, probably was about a couple of you niggas out there as well. But, you know.
Niggas get talked about sometimes.
Listen, if we going to make it a Sunday Smoke episode,
listen,
this could be a whole thing, a whole therapeutic.
Fellas, if you're not being talked about, you're not doing something right.
You're not doing something right.
Keep stressing.
Because we be trying.
Listen, I'm playing.
Stress us out. There was something that I saw that said about women, that women bend, but men break. And break easier. And no offense.
How you feel about that? Wait, before you stop right there, how do you feel about that? Because, you know, we can cut the cameras off.
Nah.
Do a little rumble tumble.
Yeah. I'm not really sure about how to take that per se.
Okay.
I feel like
I won't say all men,
it's definitely
right?
a difference, right, in how we express ourselves and how we handle.
Yeah.
Right, but you think about it, a lot of us is raised by single mothers, right?
Yeah.
And you take on, like, these things from, you know what I mean? You pick up different things, might not be as masculine over a course of time. So you handle relationships as the way you do, because you don't have no males like there, no male figures. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Unless you realize who you are, then you wouldn't really have emotional intelligence to handle a situation a certain way.
And that's
the main reason, more so than you know. Yeah.
And we can't attribute it to a female trait. You know what I mean? Because, like, something else that I saw about submission can be on both sides, right?
Yes.
Like, submission is automatically thought for a female to be, but there's plenty of times that the male can submit to the woman and just in whatever her needs are. And it doesn't have to be in like a, oh no, he gonna wash the dishes and I'm gonna take the trash out. Like, and that's just small role shit. Because
I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to us talking about roles, the way we look at each other, men, women, it's so fucking confusing right now. Like, it's really, because you can't tell a woman what she can and can't do. Technically, that's where you fuck up at. She gonna go prove everything.
That's where you got the black woman fucked up. Okay, you ain't gonna tell me what's it, because we had to make the choices.
But I think it's strength in, like, you know, the divine feminine. Yeah. It's strength in that, and that's why we love. That's why we love our grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? That's why we love our aunties, because they express it a certain way, and then our uncles or maybe our grandfathers handle it, and you see the dynamic, like the family dynamic. It's just balance. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what your role is. Us as men being the mentality, being protectors, knowing the women gonna be emotional like waters. You know what I'm saying? Like the moon. we are the sun. You feel me?
I see you, girl. I definitely want to reach out to me.
So we gotta just understand our balance and understanding like where we could help each other.
Where we supposed
more
to
so like harm each other and understand where we at. And
absolutely. I mean,
I see why you like him. He said that was the sun and the moon. That was poetic shit. I like that.
I mean, he also, he think he do spoken word and shit. Yeah.
Listen, two things. We're gonna take a quick. We were supposed to take a break. Conversation got real good, but this is what I want to do. Number one, for you, Sunday smoke is something that obviously you have to find. Since we're talking about balance, the balance, right? Because you don't want to burn yourself out. I can tell you as a comic, as a podcaster.
And I feel so sad. I know I've been gone for so long, and every time I Sunday come along, and I'm like, I'm gonna just do another one. I've been telling him too. Like I was like, I think I'm gonna hop on, and the next thing you know, some other shit happens. But
so what I think you do is again, you find your balance, but even if it's 2 episodes a month to start back, just get yourself back comfortable. Obviously, some of the things that as far as music, and I'm gonna show you what I mean in a second. People can watch and learn, and have watched and learned from you. Even the conversations about relationships, you don't understand. For us black men, there is no real outlet. It's your homies, it's weed, it's liquor, or some other type of vice. So even little platforms like that, you don't understand how many people it's reaching. So keep doing that. We're gonna get back into that in a second.
Yes.
We got a dope artist, MC. Listen, we're going to get into something.
Spoken word poet.
We're going to take a break, but what I want to do is you help me introduce this record, because I know obviously you got some dope stuff. So
we about to listen to Monolith. They was all over the place like a year ago, just jumping up like in different locations. So I got a record inspired by it. Shout out Andddd. This album is called Truth Be Told. You can find it on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Tap in. Monolith. Here we go.
So listen, we're gonna take a little 60-second break, y'all. T-Mac, cue this shit up, my boy. Nah, let me stop. T-Mac got home like, why the fuck J.O. always do that? But listen, we're gonna take a quick listen. We're gonna come back in about 60 seconds. And I got a crazy question when we get back. All right? We're gonna see how they like it.
Vagabond leader that I'm not to speak here. Well, you had better cut those neckties off of them black boys that you put in their district. Because they don't know what's happening. And I'm from the pits of nigger hell. And I know what's happening. If you won't listen to me when I make an appeal for the Negroes, because you have no concern for the Negroes, listen to me when I make an appeal for America.
Hey. Yeah. You know my style. Let us out in R&Rs. No amount of money can ruin this thing of ours. Telephone turn telescopes, eyes wide shut. I'm tired, niggas is selling hope. We do these jobs. Shit. Worse than selling dope. You can't eat exposure, bro.